Hey, Charlie.
Hi, how
Go
are
Bill.
you? Go Bills.
Go Bill.
Yay.
Oh gosh, always great to chat with you, of course, even from afar.
I know. I've been in that office many times, and I have to say, it looks a little different from this angle. And I'm wondering exactly where you're sitting, but it looks great.
Well, good. See your poster in the back?
I do. I do.
Well, you're always part of what we do here, Charlie. And as to get us started then with this chat, as our board president, you certainly know all the celebrations that we had planned for this our 20th year of celebrating teens and young adults with cancer, like your son Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, every time I see his picture on the wall, I miss his smile and
Me too.
and wish that he were here to see how far we've come since 2005.
I like to think that he has a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I like to think the same thing.
Yeah.
So I want to show you a photo from that
Mm-hmm.
time that illustrates just how important 1330 Cancer Connect is for kids like Charlie.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. Oh my goodness. Wow.
So Charlie, like Melissa, was treated in both a pediatric and an adult cancer center.
Mm.
Tell me how 1330, then Melissa's Living Legacy and Cancer Foundation, helped bridge the gap for Charlie and for your whole family, thinking back to that photo.
Well, 1330 gave him a home, I guess a home for his cancer experience, and one that, was relevant, that he could connect with, um, and to have other people who knew what it was like to go through that. So I think that was really helpful. Plus um, the support that you gave him for sure, and everybody who was involved at the time. I think Leah was involved at the time, was such a great support, and of course Doug has always been a great support to me, and as have you. But the experience of the cancer center, in contrast to 1330, they're worlds apart. There was really nothing in the pediatric world at that time, or even in the adult cancer world. Like when we went down to Bethesda to the National Cancer Institute, there was nothing that was relevant to the teen young adult experience, from what I could tell. Nothing that made you feel at home or welcome, or had that kind of fun.
Mhm.
And the thing that Charlie used to say is, I don't want to live like I'm dying. I want to live like I'm fully alive. And I think 1330 always sort of resonated with that for him, and for me too.
As we say so often here, it's our mission to help our teens and young adults live their very best lives. And boy, Charlie did that better than most, that's for sure.
He did. He
Yeah.
did.
And it makes me really happy to think that we played a little role in that, even though he was the driver of his life for sure.
Well, you gave him an opportunity to talk about his experience in a way that was meaningful for him. I think about the Cancer 101 project. For him to be able to say what it was like, I think was very helpful. To be able to talk about his experience, I mean, and not to have people be scared. you
Mhm.
know a lot of times people would sort of avoid talking about it because they didn't want to hurt his feelings, or they didn't know how to talk to him about it. It was awkward. So I think 1330 gave him a place where he could actually talk about it, and he could explain to other people what it was like. I like looking back at those Cancer 101 videos because they're amazing.
and the things the kids talked about then are still just as important and difficult as they are today.
Yeah.
So Charlie, certainly, and you know this as well as anybody, the COVID-19 crisis has dramatically curtailed how we do what we do. But through it all, we've continued to stay connected with our members in new and often better ways.
Mhm.
So as we start planning for our next 20 years, what are your hopes for 1330 Cancer Connect?
Well, that we expand beyond Rochester and Syracuse, that we could be a relevant entity or service in significant communities across the country where, you know, young adults and teens with cancer need this kind of support. So that's one of the things that I hope for. I think also expanding our ability to reach out virtually, you know, to really take advantage of this way of interacting. I think COVID has been terrible, but it's also provided some opportunities for innovations. So I think, you know, that's something I'm interested in. I would like to see. I'd like to see us get involved in creative wellness. That's something that I really care about. That's important to me, to be able to give people a way of expressing their experience through the arts. I like the fitness piece and the nutrition piece. So, you know, maybe having some kind of content or some kind of program that, you know, is delivered virtually even. I don't know. I like cooking shows. They're a lot of fun, but it would be interesting to have a cooking show with teens and young adults with their cancer experience in mind, and also the exercise, you know, with the fitness program that we have. So those are some of the things that I'm thinking about. Also, one other thing that I really want to focus on is just being able to have the capacity as an organization to be able to expand and grow. So that's something that's important to me.
Well, we're on the same page, Charlie, and I am so glad that you're taking this ride with me, and I've been so grateful for all that you've done for so long now.
Well, well, I feel the same way. I'd give you a big hug if I could.
One of these days soon, a hug.
I miss that. I miss the physical contact where we can like hug each other and, you know, be in each other's company. You know, this is a tough time.
Well, I agree completely, and I just know that during this holiday season, your boy and my girl are lighting up the heavens.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
And they
Charlie,
probably laugh at us for having tears right now. They say, "Come on, stop embarrassing yourselves."
Melissa's rolling her eyes. I can see that right now.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Hey, Charlie, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for being with me today. I enjoyed this.
Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.